Yeah, we're excited to get down in some good weather and play a bunch of games kind of on a consistent basis. We play 16 games in 17 days down in Tucson, and the weather looks like it's going to be really good, so we're all excited to get out of here and do our thing. Yeah, I think that's the biggest reason we decided to do that this year is to just go down and fly down and take a 3-hour trip and be there and play on the same fields and not have to be down and back for a year. So I think that part will pay us a lot of dividends later in the season as we make our trips and get to the end of the year. We hopefully won't have as many bus trips in us at that point, and we'll be a little fresher at the end. And I think this will be something different that we haven't done in a while here. So it'll be fun. Yeah, that's something the league's moved to as we play, 2 series of neutral site conference games, and the fact that we get to go play those in the nicest weather in the country at this time of year is outstanding. That we get to go play 8 games and conference games and be in 70-degree weather the whole time. So that'll be a lot of fun and a little bit of a change up. Those games are usually scheduled for February, and that we get to push them back and get to play down in Tucson will be great. So yeah, we're excited for that. I think both teams are excited for that. Yeah, I think just giving people a lot of opportunities, and then getting our team an opportunity to gel a little bit, playing some games before we jump into a conference series is obviously the hope with your non-conference schedule all the time. Now we'll have some non-conference sprinkled into the conference season this year, which is a little bit different than most years. But those 5 games to start off against non-conference opponent will allow us to get a lot of guys, a lot of reps, and kind of figure out what our lineup is and what our pitching staff is and where it gels and hopefully they'll give us an opportunity to put the best group out there when we play Concordia St. Paul that second weekend that we're there. That'll be huge. Having Shane Carey back at shortstop and having Gunnar Kozlowitz back for the whole year at first base will be huge pieces. Obviously, they were missed a year ago, and Gunnar having an unbelievable 2023 year and being an all-region player and an all-conference player, him returning will be a big piece for our offensive lineup. And Shane, everybody on our team knows how valuable he is at shortstop and how much he brings defensively to our group. So those guys, it'll be nice to have them back. And then, we do. We got a lot of returners. Brent Riddle in center field, Javi Gutierrez, Junie Song behind the plate. Colton Bagshaw will be back and be throwing for us on the mound. We've got a bunch of relievers that'll be back and some guys that have had, are starting to grow into their own. Connor Mildrum and Aiden Sauerbray and Hayden Bodie. So there's a number of guys that are back and we're excited for and got a lot of experience a year ago that because of some injuries that maybe they wouldn't, and they took advantage of it. So we're excited to see what they do in a full season and a full healthy season. So we've brought Oscar Peggs come in from Lincoln Trail Community College in Indiana, so he's a catcher for us. Mike Williamson plays third base. Justin West is an infielder for us. Noah Gutierrez is an infielder for us. We have a transfer outfielder and starting left-handed pitcher in Connor Hill from Point Loma out in California. So, those guys will certainly be a big piece. And then we've got a bunch of guys on the pitching staff that come in that have had junior college experience or have had collegiate experience as well. So we're excited for those guys too, to just add some depth that maybe we haven't had due to injury or just hadn't had a year ago. So we're excited for all those guys, and I think we've just got a good mix of old and new, and a hungry group moving into this first week. Yeah, I think offensively we've had and kind of always had the ability to lead the yard. So I think that'll certainly show up. But I do think that as we look at our group, we've really emphasized throwing strikes and playing really good defense, and hopefully that those things are really what we need to hang our hat on, and where we'll have a ton of success. But offensively, our lineup will be very strong and be very deep, and we feel real confident. And not only the first 9 that we send out there, but a few more guys that come off the bench. So, a little bit of everything, but we certainly like where we're at defensively and on the mound. Yeah, I think. Yeah, obviously we unfortunately kind of earned that ranking, so that's okay. I think for our guys, it's just another motivation tool. I know that that's not where we expect to finish, and I know that none of our guys. Um, I think that's where we'll be. We have much higher expectations for the season, but kind of knowing that you know we've been picked a little low also gives you a little chip on your shoulder, which is a good thing, and we're excited to go play the teams that picked us low and hopefully prove a lot of people wrong, and we'll be excited to do that.